Have you ever thought about how you could just go just around the river bend and look once more? Is that the lyrics? I don't know. I think that's the lyrics. Anyways, hello everybody, this is that Manga Dude, and we are here with another pickups video for March, one of the longest months in the calendar year, with 31 days. That means there's a lot of manga that I picked up, and there's a lot more than I expected, gonna be completely honest. But really excited to be showing off everything that I picked up. There's a lot of really good stuff and a lot of awesome stuff that I just picked up like yesterday. So this is going to be really fun. And honestly, thank you for all of the major support you guys have been giving for basically my past couple of videos. The manga collection video I expected to be doing pretty well because that tends to be a video that YouTube really loves. So really happy that one's doing well. But I'm also really happy that my newest FVI is doing really well. So thank you guys so much for all the support on it. It means a lot because it means it's worth putting those videos out, worth putting in the time. So yeah, that's about it for that. Anyways, let's get into this video. There's a lot to go over, so let's get started right now. Okay, so if you've never watched a pickups video from me before, I usually start with publishers that are either A, Defunct, or B, a publisher that I didn't pick up too much from. So let's get right into it with the Defunct publishers. So up first, I got The Red Prowling Devil Volume 4 by Toshimitsu Shimizu. This is originally published by Comics One, and yeah, this is a series that I started collecting, I believe, sometime last year. And I read the first volume and thought it was pretty cool. I had a chance to get all the volumes, and I was a fool. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. But yeah, this is a pretty cool series. I'm really glad I got to find Volume 4. It's not in like the best condition, but considering that the series is out of print, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to collect it all, I was like, might as well just pick it up. So yeah, this is a cool one. Up next, from originally Tokyo Pop, this is the final volume of Scribe. This is Volume 5 by Yasunari Toda and Yosuke Kuroda. I am so excited to get this volume, because I know Volume 4 and 5 are very difficult to find. I managed to find them below retail for both of them, so I am ecstatic to have all of it, really. So it's super awesome. Anyways, to give you some idea of what Scribe's about, basically there's like a post-apocalyptic world where all these people have like these special kind of weapons / arm things, especially the main character. Kind of spoilers with this cover here, but overall it's a really fun like 90s / early 2000s action series. I watched the anime first, so I've actually never read the manga, but now that I have all the series, I'm probably going to be reading it soon. Really excited to get into it, to be honest. I hope somebody else in the comments has read this or watched this before. I believe Slime Prime said that he really likes the series, so yeah! 2 people have seen it. Woo! Okay, up next, I picked up Ajin, Demi-Human by, oh gosh, Gamon Sakurai. I'm sorry, it's really hard to read. It's very dark. Yeah, so this is from Vertical. Really cool action series. I would say, like, what did you say, action horror? Maybe like action thriller series. I don't know. This is a really cool series. I read the first volume and I thought it was super awesome. I think the art is fantastic and the action's really cool. So really excited to get into more of this, especially because there seems to be reprints for all of the volumes. Really excited. Also from Vertical, I picked up The Delinquent Housewife Volume 3 by Nemu Yoko. So I actually picked up the first 2 volumes, I believe, last month. And I read the first volume, so spoiler alert, there's going to be a something for Volume 1 in the reading log. But as you can see, it was good enough for me to be able to pick up Volume 3. Really excited to pick this up. The art's really good for this one, too. And yeah, basically it's about this girl who's a housewife, or is going to be going to be marrying into this family, and she doesn't know how to do all your typical housewife things, so like cleaning and cooking. So it's about her struggles of trying to fit in with this family, and stuff. I think that's the best way to put it. But yeah, it's a pretty fun one, at least for the first volume. I'll talk more about it, like I said, during the reading log, but really cool to have this volume as well. Okay, from 7 Seas, I picked up 2 volumes of Kageki Shoujo. This is volume 6 and 7. I almost caught up. This is by Kumiko Saiki. I believe volume 8 just released, so I am once again behind. But really cool to have these. I'm really enjoying Kageki Shoujo. It's just like one of those series that I really, really enjoy, but don't pick up the volumes very fast because I'm just reading so much. But yeah, this is a really fun series in general, following like the story of a variety of girls at the school, which specializes in like this theater, which I always blank on the name. Whatever. basically it's like the theater troupes that are in the world that are in Japan that are all female groups. So it's really cool. It's really fun to see everybody's like stories and struggles and seeing them grow throughout the story. I really like our main character as well. She's awesome. But honestly, the whole cast is pretty great. So yeah, give this a shot. Honestly, even if you don't like shoujo stuff, I think this is a pretty fun one. Okay, also from Seven Seas, I picked up the next volume of Dinosaur Sanctuary. This is volume 2 by Itaru Kinoshita with research consultant Shinichi Fujiwara. This is a really fun one. This is basically Jurassic Park without all the violence, or at least without all of like the what if the dinosaurs got out. So it follows like this failing zoo that has a bunch of dinosaurs, and people have kind of lost interest. So this girl who is a huge fan of it, huge fan of the zoo and a huge fan of dinosaurs, decides to join the zoo in order to you know, care for the animals, but also get to learn more. So yeah, it's very thoughtful. It's very fun. I don't know. I really like dinosaur stuff just in general. And this series is really fun. It's a nice mix of like information, like genuine information about dinosaurs, and also just a nice little fun story. So I really like it, and I'm really excited to get into this volume as well. Okay, from Square Enix. So I actually picked up a lot from Square Enix this month. So first up, I picked up the first volume of the Apothecary Diaries by Natsu Hyuga, Neko Kurage, Itsuki Nano, and Toko Shino. Whew, there's a lot of people who worked on this series. So I picked this up actually at a bookstore that I went on during my anniversary vacation with my fiance. We just celebrated 5 years, so this is like a book that I purchased at one of the bookstores that was there, local bookstore. It's always cool to support local bookstores. Honestly, support your local bookstores as much as you can, because they're awesome. Even if they don't have a lot of manga, I think it's worth supporting them regardless, because some places just don't have any like major bookstores. There's no Barnes & Noble, there's no Books A Million, so you gotta support where you can. But yeah, don't know much about this. I know a lot of people really like it, so I'm excited to see how good it is. Alright, up next from Square Enix, My Clueless First Friend by Taku Kawamura. This is the first volume. I have also not read this, so I also have no opinion on it, but it was cool to see it, and it looks cute, so excited to get into it. And last but not least from Square Enix, I got the first 2 volumes of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses by Koume, I think that's how you pronounce it, Koume Fujichika. Yeah, so this series follows the story of this kid who really likes this girl who sits next to him, excuse me, but she doesn't know that he likes her, and yeah, she gets a little chummy with her, or not chummy, but like basically she like acts like, oh yeah, we're like friends. So she does a lot of things that like typically like a guy would be like, oh my gosh, so like he'll get really close, or she'll get really close to him because she forgets her glasses, and yeah, she has a hard time seeing. So that's basically the whole plot. This is really fluffy. It's really cute. Yeah, really excited to get into the second volume. I have read the first volume already, so I'll give you more opinions during my reading log when I get to it. Okay, coming into the bigger publishers. So I actually picked up a lot from Kodansha. Ooh, focus please. I picked up a lot from Kodansha and Yen Press this month. So let's get right into them. We got the second volume of A Condition Called Love by Megumi Morino. Yeah, I really liked the first volume. I thought it was super cute. I think the main couple is absolutely adorable. So really excited to keep reading this. And I got it in a good condition, which has been kind of surprising. No offense to Kodansha, but a lot of their volumes have been getting absolutely blasted by delivery or by the bookstores they sell at. So yeah, that sucks. But really glad to have this, and I'll be reading this probably in April. Okay, oh boy. So, I've been holding off on buying these volumes for a while now because, one, I don't like the omnibuses that much. Well, actually, that's about it, really. Oh, I guess there's a second reason. The second reason why is because they're always just messed up in some way. Whether, like, the spine is screwed up or, like, there's paint chipping or something like that. You'll see what I mean. But I got the 2 omnibuses of Shaman King. This is volumes 31, 32, and 33, and volumes 34 and 35. So the reason why I only picked up these 2 is because these are the volumes that contain what did not release in the original Shaman King release for the Viz Media / Shonen Jump release, because it only released up to volume 32, because if you didn't know, that's when Shaman King actually ended the first time around. And then Hiroyuki Takei decided to go back to the series to finish it up in a series called Shaman King Zero, which was basically just a re-release of the series, and then to add the last 3 volumes in order to finish it off. So these 2 omnibuses contain volume 33, 34, and 35, which are the ones that were not released originally in America. But yeah, I have waited, wow, probably like over a decade now to get these, because I guess Shaman King Zero did not come out like that long, or a little bit longer after the original Shaman King, but it was quite the wait. We'll just keep it at that. It was quite the wait. But really excited to finally have these. But let me show you. Okay, so you see like that big white line that's just on the top there? Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. And then, like, as I said, like the peeling towards the corner here, there's like this one that has like a cut on the bottom. Man, it's like hard to tell. But like, yeah, it's got like a little white mark on the bottom. So they're never really in good condition. This was like the best I could do. So whatever. Excited to finally get into these though, because I love Shaman King. I love the series so much. It means a lot to me. I'll probably do some kind of full video at some point when I read through the entire series. Maybe do like a retrospective or something, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm not going to get anybody's hopes up. Don't expect that video this year, and if it does come out this year, lucky you and lucky me, I guess. Okay, up next from Kodansha, I picked up the next volume of Again. I got volume 11 in really good condition. That has like a pretty good alignment. Really excited for this because I only have 2 more volumes to go to finish off the series. Again, if you don't know, basically it follows this story about this kid right here who had like a pretty whatever high school life. And as he's about to graduate, he like goes into like this abandoned school building and falls down the stairs with this girl here. And then they both wake up in the past at the beginning of their high school career. So he decides that he wants to basically restart his high school career, and she decides that she wants to basically just get back to normal. So it's an interesting story. It's really fun, very crass, but also just, I don't know, it's very enjoyable. I don't know how the series is going to finish up. I've heard a lot of people say they didn't really care for the ending, so we'll see when we get there. But yeah, really like this series in general. All right, okay, woo! Okay, I almost dropped that volume and I just totally shot it out. This is a really spooky one. This is PTSD Radium Volume 2 by Masaki Nakayama. Yeah, just a really creepy series. I only read the first volume, which I believe is like the first 2 volumes, so this is volumes 3 and 4. Really excited to get into this. It's a pretty fast read, so interested to see how spooky this continues to be. Okay. Yen Press time. I actually got a lot from Yen Press as well. So, first, Call of the Name of the Night by Toma Mitsuboshi. I've talked about this series in my newest FBI. Yeah, go check that out if you want like a at least a longer review or a longer opinion on it. I'll be talking about it during the reading log, but just know there's already a pretty extensive review of it. But yeah, it's basically this story about this girl who has like what you could say is like she has like anxiety, like social anxiety. So when she like feels like down or depressed or feels sad, she gets basically the night starts to come out of her. So basically darkness starts to appear and takes over like everything around her. So yeah, it's a really interesting story. It's really fun, and I'd say give it a shot. I will talk more about it in the reading log, or go check out the FBI right now. Oh, yes. I finally got volume 12 of Soul Eater by Atsushi Okubo. Been trying to find this one in good condition, and thank goodness this one is in really good condition. Really excited for this. I love Soul Eater. This series is so much fun. I think it's just a very enjoyable series. In my opinion, it's my favorite Okubo series. I know some people really like Fire Force, but I gotta give it to Soul Eater, man. Soul Eater is so good. And I can't wait to get into this one. Okay, got Touring After the Apocalypse by Volume 2 by Sakae Saito. Yeah, this is a pretty cool series. Basically follows these 2 girls as they travel around Japan, as she goes back to like all these areas and places that her sister has gone to. So yeah, it's a really interesting premise, and there's a lot of mystery that seems to be surrounding in the first volume, so really excited to get into this one and talk about it if I get to read it in time for the March reading log. And last but not least for Yen Press, I picked up Barakamon Volume 7 and 8 by Satsuki Yoshino. Recently went to a, not book off, I went to a Kinokuniya that I think is very new. I'm not sure when it first opened, but I feel like it has not been open for very long. But really, really excited to finally get these. They have every volume there, so I'm definitely going to be going back and picking up the rest of them slowly but surely. But I didn't want to obviously splurge because yeah, these are kind of pricey. But really excited. Have not read the series, just as a heads up. I have only heard really good things, and I really like Satsuki Yoshino's other work that I read, Yoshino Zuikara. So really, really interested to see how good this one is. Okay, it's time for the longest part of the video. I always end it with Viz Media because Viz Media has a lot of series out and a lot of imprints, so you're going to be seeing a lot of volumes as usual. So let's get right into it, starting with the Shoujo Beat line. So I got 2 volumes of Anonymous Noise. This is volumes 5 and 6. Been really loving this series. I think this series is super awesome. This is by Ryoko Fukuyama. Follows a story about this girl. I don't think it's her. Follows the story about the main girl, basically, where she's really good friends with this person who lives across the street from her, or like across the way from her, and they always sing to each other. One day he basically disappears, and his whole family disappears, and she's heartbroken over it. So she basically is trying to find him again using her voice, and yeah, follows a really interesting story about a band and music. I don't know, it's just really cool. It's really fun. Been really enjoying it, and I'm really excited to keep on with this one. Okay, I picked up the newest volume of My Love Mix-Up. This is by Aruko and Wataru Hinekure. I have not read Volume 7 just yet, but I really liked Volume 6. I liked where it left off, so really, really super excited to get into this. It is a fantastic series, and my first shoujo series, so, you know, I love you. Okay, up next. So close to being done with the series. Oh, I'm so happy too because I love this series. Banana Fish, volumes 14 and 15. Super excited. Akimi Yoshida's absolute masterpiece of a series that breaks a variety of boundaries and what people would say breaks demographics, whatever. It's fine. It's a shoujo series at the end of the day. But it has a really interesting story. A lot of the characters are very likable, and it's very intense, but also a lot gets really personal and just very beautiful. I don't know, the writing is great. This is overall just an amazing series. If you really like crime thrillers, I would say give this a shot. It's so good. And of course, because there's the reprints, this is like the perfect time to go and try to collect this series. So get on it. Go, 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 go now. Okay. So I actually just picked this up yesterday, and I don't know much about it, but this is Dolls Volume 1 by Yumiko Kawahara. I believe I read online this is a short story collection. I don't know, but it's got really good art, and it's very old. That's about as much as I can tell you. If someone knows a lot more about this, please let me know in the comments below. Or, you know, if you're on Twitter and you see this, yeah. Because I know there's a lot of shoujo people, or at least I know a lot of shoujo people, so maybe they know more about it than I do. And last but not least, I picked up Wild Calm by Yumi Tamura. A lot of people say Yumi Tamura's best work is, I believe, 7 Seeds. Is that what it's called? 7 Seeds. No one's ever published it in English, but it'd be really cool if they did. It was cool to find this. I got it for basically the spine price, so $9.95. Got it at a comic book store on our way back from that vacation I mentioned, so it was really cool to get this, and yeah, really happy to have this. I'll be reading this probably soon. Okay, coming into the Viz Media signature and other, aka not Shonen Jump and not Shoujo Beat. So first up, I got After Hours by Yuta Nishio. This is volume 3. This is the last volume. Really excited to get into this. I've been really enjoying this one as well. Follow these 2 girls who are basically working in the DJ scene, and it's just really interesting. Really, the art is absolutely gorgeous. Just know it's like mildly explicit if you don't. I don't know how to explain it, but basically there are some I'll just throw it here. They have some scenes, so yeah, if you are a younger demographic, you know, just wait till a little bit older, or if your parents don't care, and go check it out. But yeah, this is a really awesome series. I've been really enjoying it. Really excited to get into this last one. Okay, jeez. Tough Volume 1 by Tetsuya Saruwatari. Man, what a name. I don't like this cover. I think this cover is kind of scary. But I decided to pick it up because I heard this one's pretty good. I know it's not finished in English. I think there's only 4 volumes, and then they just stopped. But yeah, I'm always interested in like random Viz Media like series, so this is another one of those that I'm definitely gonna check out and see how I feel about it. Okay. Oh, another series I've been super into. This is Yakitate Japan. This is volumes 8, 9, 10, and 11. I have been absolutely loving this series. I've been talking about it a lot. Almost like Twin Star Exorcist on this level. I talk about it basically every month. But yeah, this one's been really fun. I really enjoy it. I'm actually liking it a lot more than Food Wars. And I actually did like Food Wars, so that's kind of like a... definitely kudos to Yakitate Japan. This is just, I don't know, it's really fun. The art's really good. The comedy's great. It's wacky. It's over the top. But it's got some really heartfelt moments and just some really awesome moments in general. I think the cast is really cool. So, yeah, give it a shot if you can. Okay, I picked up the last volume of Crazy Food Truck by Rokuro Ogaki. I've talked about this series before. I didn't care for the first volume, and I think the second volume was a little bit better. So it's interesting to note that this is the last volume, so we'll see how I feel about the series in general once I read this volume. But yeah, I do really like the neon green spines. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but yes, it is a very bright green yellow color. So yeah, interested to see where this goes. Okay, another one that was part of the FBI. This is Insomniac's After School, Volume 1 by Makoto Ojiro. Yeah, a lot of people really love this series and were super excited when it got announced. I don't know much about it, but it has some really good art. And if you want to hear my true full opinions, go watch the FBI. I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm not going to do what I did with Call the Name of the Night. But yeah, definitely go check that video out now. After that, I got Alice in Borderland Volume 5 by Haru Aso. Really excited. I love Alice in Borderland. I've been enjoying this series so much. If you wanted a crazy death game that's loosely based on, or like has a lot of like imagery for playing cards and stuff like that, go give this a shot. This has just got really good art. It's very gory, just as a heads up. You're going to see a lot of violence. And yeah, just really good story. The characters are amazing too. It's just awesome. And I would argue has one of the best live action interpretations that I've seen for a manga to anime, or manga to, excuse me, live action. So go give it a shot. It's actually really flipping good as well. Alright, Hell's Paradise Volumes 11 and 12. I'm almost done with this series by Yuji Kaku. Yeah, I'm not ready for the series to end. I've been really enjoying the series. It's been one of my favorites to come out in the past few years. Definitely should have bought it earlier because I know I held off on it actually when it first came out because I was like, this doesn't look like my kind of thing. Kind of reminds me of Tokyo Ghoul. Which if you don't know, I don't really like Tokyo Ghoul. So it was wrong for me to judge a book by its cover. So I am paying for it, but I'm catching up. I'm almost done. We're almost to the last volume. This series is so flippin' awesome. If you want like a really good protagonist with a really awesome set of supporting characters with some super crazy fights, absolutely gorgeous art, and a fairly cool story actually, I would say give this a shot. Like now, you know. Okay, it's time for the Shonen Jump section. Shonen Jump's got a lot, as always, so I'm going to go with the new stuff first. So, I got One Piece Volume 102 early, very early actually. Had this for about a week now. Really excited to have this. I love One Piece, as we all know. So, really excited to get into this one as soon as possible. Next up, I got the newest volume of Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo. Love this series as well. It's been one of my favorites to come out over the past decade, and absolutely fantastic. Probably in my top 30 manga series of all time. I know that's probably like a very high swing, but I don't know where I'd put it actually, so don't quote me on that. But it is a very good series. And last but not least, for the absolutely new stuff, this is Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 19 by Giga Akutami. Yeah, really love Jujutsu Kaisen as well. I picked up a lot of really good new stuff. JJK is great, Spy Family is wonderful, and One Piece is awesome, of course. So yeah, really excited to get into this and talk about it during one of the reading logs. Okay. Managed to find one of the Rosario Vampire volumes. This is volume 2 by Akihisa Ikeda. I believe because the box set is out now, or like the box set got reprinted and stuff like that. So I've been seeing more of the volumes. finally got volume 2 of the first part. Yeah, this seems like the perfect amount of trash that I want to check out. I do enjoy harem comedy series and also like action series. So yeah, the first volume I thought was actually a lot better than I was expecting, honestly. I thought it was going to be a lot more horny. But it really wasn't, which is genuinely surprising. Maybe that's probably going to happen later down the line, but honestly, Rosario Vampires has been very enjoyable. Follows the story basically of this main character who's a human who ends up going to like a school full of monsters. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it, but excited to get into this volume as soon as possible. Okay, I finished off Hoshinengi. This is volumes 21, 22, and 23, so I've officially completed the series. Yes, we did it. We did it. It only took like 2 years. 2 years? 1 year? 2 years? I think 2 years. But really, really happy. I'm so happy to have this series. This series has been so amazing. And one of the most enjoyable reads I've had in a very long time. I was hooked from volume 1 on. The art is so good. The story is so ridiculous and bonkers. And actually has a pretty satisfying ending, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how people feel about the ending, but for me, I think it's very good. And I will talk more about that during my reading log. But yeah, really excited to have these volumes as well. Okay, one of the biggest pickups that I got it yesterday. I posted about it on Twitter because I was having like the crappiest day yesterday. Just an absolutely awful day. And went to Kinokuniya that I'd never gone to. And lo and behold, Slam Dunk has come into my hands once again. This is volumes 19 through 24. This is the reprints. I am beyond ecstatic to have these because I've been waiting for volume 19 for what feels like years now. It probably hasn't even been that long, but it really has felt like a long time. So I am so happy to have this because like volume 18, if you didn't know, leaves on a pretty massive cliffhanger. So I'm interested to see where volume 19 picks up. And really excited to finish this series, or continue reading this series. I'm not done, obviously. I think I'm missing like 6 or 7 volumes, but I'm super happy to finally have these, and I can't wait to get into them. And last but not least, the last one I'm going to talk about is Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai Volume 3 by Riku Sanjo and Koji Inada and Yuji Hori. I finally got the next volume of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. I don't know why I've been holding off on this for so long. That's probably because, like I've mentioned with some other series, like Kageki Shoujo, and there's one more. But let's just say just Kageki Shoujo. But like it's one of those series that I really like, and just kind of sat on the back burner because I've been reading other things in its stead, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is a really fun one. I've been really enjoying it. Was really enjoying it. So excited to get into this volume so I could keep talking about it and keep reading it and see if I enjoy it more. Whew. Alright, that is going to be it for this video, for this pickups. That was a lot. I think I had like 50-ish volumes, not surprising, March is a very long month. I honestly thought I wasn't going to pick up that much because I wasn't actually... I honestly picked up most of these volumes in the past week or two. aka when I'm filming this is like I think it's the 29th. Yes, I'm dating myself. So I've only picked up most of these volumes. I would say probably about 40 of them in the past 2 weeks. So yeah, it's been rough. But really excited to have a lot of these volumes. Of course, Slam Dunk is probably like the biggest thing that I picked up, and I'm really excited to get into that. But honestly, I can't wait to get into all of these, talk about them during some reading logs. Yeah, what did you guys pick up? Let me know what you picked up about the March in the comments below, or also what you're reading. I'm always curious about that. It doesn't matter if it's a reading log, doesn't matter if it's here. I don't really care where you put that. I just want to know what you guys are reading because, of course, I'm always reading a ton, but I could always use more suggestions. But that's going to be it. So, you know what to do. You can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe. Appreciate all those things. I've been growing very fast. We're getting close to my goal of 1,000. I know 140 subscribers is a lot to go, but considering that I was sitting at like 780 or 790, like not even a month ago. I think it's of course because of that collection video, but whatever. Any way I can pick up subscribers, thank you guys so much. You guys are all awesome. You're all amazing. You're all lovely. people, most likely, hopefully. Don't be terrible. Be a great person. Be nice to people around you. If you have not decided to like, comment, or subscribe, thank you for watching this entire video, or at least watching towards the end. Really appreciate it. Your views mean a lot. So that's going to be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.